Today we're going to show you how to take off a cluster from a 240SX. This one's a 91, but this will work on an 89 all the way to 94 s13 240SX. So let me see. The first thing we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do is take off the steering column thing right here. There's a couple bolts. There's one here. Should be another one back there. Another one down here and over here. So it's a few bolts. So I got most of all the screws out, and now I'm gonna take this piece off right here. Sometimes it doesn't want to come out, so you might want to pry it open. There it goes. It just comes off. And I'm using only a Phillips right now, just to take off this part. But later on, you're gonna need a ratchet, maybe an extension, and a 12mm, and you're also going to need a 10mm. Okay, so let me see if I can start taking this off already. Seems to be still connected, maybe? No. Okay, I still had one more screw on there, so I'm taking it off now. So now, oh, don't lose the screws. Okay, where'd I leave them? Whatever, I'll find them later. And then this should be able to come off kind of easy. Actually, that's a little hard right now. We'll take that after we do everything else. Okay, now we're gonna take off the kick panel. This should have been like the first thing we should have took off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws for this part of the kick panel. And now I'm using the 10mm. These are 10mm bolts, and then for some reason they don't want to come out, but you gotta take these off. And there's one way down over here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. This one right here. You have to take that off too. I already have mine off. Never put it back because I don't need it. And then there's another one over here by this panel. I took that off already earlier, so I'll take it off later. So take off your kick panel. Make sure you get all your screws out. Okay, now it's starting to come down. Okay, now that I got the screws out, I can pry it down. So now this comes off. Now I can take this off and move it out the way. And then I forgot to mention there's 2 more screws down here by the thing to open up the hood. And these are gonna be, I think, 10s. I think, oh, actually I have, it might be a 10mm or it might be a Phillips. Mine are the Phillips right now. Depends on how you have it, but it might be the Phillips or the 10mm. So it's 2 screws that I'm taking off. There's one. Here's the other one. So now that's off. Now I'm gonna remove this other panel that you might want to be careful with your car. Mine, I don't care too much, so then you take off right here where it's latched on. You pull it back a little and it pops out. To put it back, you pop right back in. So just pull it out, get it out of the way. And forgot to take off one screw over here. Just this last screw. Okay, so the last screw is right here. So now my kick panel is gonna come off. So now the kick panel comes off. So now you got a clear view from underneath. And the reason I took off the kick panel is because underneath there are 2 screws. One's right there, and the other one's over here. 2 screws that hold the steering column. So then we're gonna go ahead and take those out. And loosen that one and loosen the other one. Once you get them loose, you can take off the ratchet and just turn it. So there, here comes one of the long screws out. Take off the other one. Don't worry, it won't fall down. It'll just like come down a little bit. Might want to hold the steering wheel a little bit, that way it won't put no pressure. And then the other screw comes out. So now as you can see, the steering column can move down now. It can actually move down. You can push it down quite a bit. And then this should come out easier now. That comes out. Now that you got all that out of the way, now you got to take off these two screws up here. These two screws. And you should be able to move this out. And then let me take the screws out real quick. So once you take off these two screws, you can look down here. There's some clips you have to pop out. Right here, there's one. There's one on the other side. There's actually two on the other side. And you just pop them out. And then don't get frustrated like me and then break your trim right here. See, I broke mine off because I let it. But doing it this way, you won't need to break it anymore. So now what you want to do is you want to take off your hazard lamp right here. Pop it out. Pops right out. Same thing with this. Pops right out. And you might want to unplug it. There's a button to unplug it right there. Comes out. Remember how they go. That way you won't plug them in wrong. This hazards go on top, and then the temperature one goes on the bottom. Do that to the same thing to the other side where your lights are at. Where's the clip? Oh, yeah, that's right here. Unclip it. They're a little hard to get out, but they'll get out. And so now you can move this other thing out the way. You might have some things stuck behind here. You might want to unplug those too. And then this has another clip underneath you have to pull out. So now it should be able to pop out. So it pops right out. See, it comes out. See, and the reason I broke mine was because I never put this down. So you might want to make sure you do the steering wheel thing. And then it comes right out. And then if it has another clip like this, if it has other clips, you could take them off if you want or leave them. But you might want to get one side out of the way. So now you got open view. It's just going to be two screws. It's actually going to be three screws. So 3 screws for, it's another one, and one right there. So 3 screws to take off. And let me take them off real quick. Alright, so now that I took the 3 screws out, it'll pop right out. It comes right out. It'll come out, and there's 3 plugs. You grab it from the top and the bottom, and they come out. And remember where these goes. The black one always goes on the left, and then this one's in the middle. Take this one out too, and take out the third one, and then here you go, comes out.